Pull up. Hey, this is the pull up show. We still got the key in the dough.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Tony and Tony Pull Up. Pull up on me.
Yeah,
Pull
Tony,
up on me.
Tony, pull up all things podcast. Let's get it going. All right. So on this show, what we're going to be talking about, we're going to be going over the Miami Hurricanes versus Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And as they posted, it's the Catholics versus the Canes. Back in the day, it wasn't that.
Yeah, it definitely was not that.
Catholics versus somebody else, but they cleaned it up and made it the Canes. So that's good. That's good. So let me ask you this. The big question. Are the Canes back? Is Miami back?
Sorry
Are
to tell
they
you.
back?
Sorry to tell you, they're not.
They're not?
They're not. They are not back yet.
Oh.
They look great.
Okay. Okay.
They look great. I'll say that. Now, do you think they're back? Do you think the Canes are back?
Nah. I thought last year they looked like it, because you had, the high-powered offense. The defense was terrible. I thought this was a game that was good. A lot of question marks, we'll get into it. I mean, I thought Carson Beck, for coming from Georgia over to Miami, I thought he had a pretty good game. He found his receivers. He took a lot of chances. That one play where the guy catches it one hand. If he doesn't make that, that's intercepted. So I thought he took a lot of chances just throwing the ball up and trusting his receivers. I don't know if it was trusting his receivers or was it, like I said, just luck. And it just turned out that way. But I was impressed with the win. I thought, if anything, the refs were going to take this one away. So,
yeah.
Since I'm not employed by the NCAA, I know they're not going to come after me by saying, the refs almost took this game away. But, you go the whole game, and then you start getting to the third and fourth quarter, then all of a sudden you start seeing these penalties just pop up. So I felt like, there's something going on there. I mean, whoever that ref was who had the letter U on his back, I pointed him out. We had something and I could just circle him on the screen, I mean, he was just, he's looking at stuff. He wouldn't call it. And then there's a place where Notre Dame, they were called for a penalty for holding. And then they go and discuss it, and then they take the flag away and say, no, it wasn't holding. What? I don't think I've seen that where you decide it's not offensive holding. I can see pass interference or something like that, but it's not holding. And I think that ended up getting it turned into a first down later on for Notre Dame. So, yeah. So are they back? Nah, but they're in a good position with winning this first week's game. So I'm happy with it.
Yeah. I think, honestly, with this game and Clemson losing, Miami shoots up maybe to 8, maybe 9, as high as 7 if willing. But I don't think it's enough to say that they're back, especially just the same problem they've had for many years, the same problem that they've had for so long is fourth quarter.
That's true.
I mean, I believe your coach's crystal ball
is,
yeah. I mean, they had to hire a fourth quarter management person just for him. So I mean, fourth quarter, right. they're just not good. Miami football will give you an exciting game for 3 quarters, and the fourth quarter will just act like, oh, we got the game. We don't really need that first down, or they let explosive plays up. I mean, Notre Dame had a 3-play drive that only lasted 1 minute and 14 seconds. So I mean,
yeah,
you can't go the whole game playing great in fourth quarter where everybody knows the fourth quarter is we always say it when I was playing football. The fourth quarter is your best quarter because that's where all the training, that's where all the workouts, that's where everything is finally put into perspective. You grind, even in the weight room, fourth quarter, everybody's fourth quarter. It's the last part. Come on, push through.
Fourth quarter, everybody's
You know
holding
what I'm
up those
saying?
fours,
Or everybody hits one of these. So
Right,
it's like,
right.
you just wonder, is Miami going to be able to break that fourth quarter curse that they've had?
Yeah, I thought Carson Beck looked steady, but the run game, um, it worries me. The play calls, I don't know. I mean, we survived this one, I can say that. That's how I sort of felt. We survived it. Um, yes, definitely they're not back. I think again, some of the weaknesses, it showed when Notre Dame got that touchdown after the quarterback is scrambling, and there's a wide receiver. I mean, there was two of them in an area just sitting there in the end zone, and I'm thinking, this is a mental breakdown. I mean, all of our defensive backs are in the end zone. So you're just watching the quarterback, but you need to be paying attention to, okay, here's a receiver. I need to get over here and guard him. It's sort of like everybody just like, okay, is he going to get sacked? It's like they be turned into spectators. They're watching the game, not realizing that, hey, you need to take a part, in this. It's almost like the Bears when they lost on that last second play, where the guy is talking to the fans and all of that. And then next
Yeah.
thing you know, he ends up, boom, they score a touchdown on him. That's how I sort of felt, far as the lackadaisicalness, far as with the defensive back. So that was a big question. A couple things or let me ask you this before I get into that. Um, what did each team do well, and what must they fix going further?
Notre Dame's resilience and the way that they play all four quarters, the way that there is no quit in them. They stand
Mm,
by the fighting Irish, and you can really see that.
right.
They they come through the game, they never seemed fearful. They never seemed like they were ever gonna lose. They never seemed like the game was out of reach. Um, CJ Carr definitely handled himself and showed that he's a great team leader for them. He gives you that feeling of we can believe. We can believe as long as there's time on the clock. Um, Overall, they have some good weapons, but I really believe the thing that really hurt them a lot was not getting Jeremiah Love uh touches earlier in the game.
Oh yeah. I mean, what
They
he's like a highly ranked running back,
Yes,
and they
yeah,
just sort of he's a beast when he did get the ball.
it's kind of upsetting because you're hearing the commentators like, yeah, they're trying to get Jeremiah Love the ball. They're trying to throw it to him. It's like just hand it off. Let him run,
Right.
outside the tackles. Let him run through the guard and the center. Let him run. Hand the ball off, give it to him, and then, of course, you're going to see. Well, he had 10 carries for 33 yards. It's like, well, that's too late. You guys are giving him the ball too late. You guys should have opened up the game, gave him the ball earlier, made him more of a threat against a Miami team historically known to be weak against the run, and it should have went down that way. Giving your star player the ball more than trying just to find him out in open space passing, where the DBs for Miami are quick. They come downhill. It's
Right.
Make Jeremiah Love, especially. I mean, he's jumping through the air, he's diving, he's electric. He seems so much faster, more athletic than majority of the people on the field. It's like, yeah, I understand giving him the ball in open space, but he doesn't get a running start that way. He's got to do too much of catch the ball, come down. There's a man already on him. You don't get the full explosion of him. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I thought there was a problem, um, with, again, the play calling. It's like they were trying to um, get him sort of settled in early. There's a lot of pass plays called, and it just seemed like you waited all the way around to like the third to late third and fourth quarter. That's when they finally started handing the ball off. And just like, wait a minute, you got a top running back and you wait all this time? Then you start throwing the ball to him out of the backfield. It's like you waited too long to get him going. Um, I think one of the strengths that I saw with Notre Dame was their offensive line as far as their run schemes. And not far as blocking for their running back, but for their quarterback. That was something that they did very well last year, far as those quarterback run plays from the shotgun position. Where he gets the ball, he sort of hesitates, and then he runs on that touchdown run that Carr got. It wasn't that the old line were pushing, the defensive lineman back, but they were turning them. It's
Yeah.
like you saw just how they just got in there, just grabbed them and just turned. And the quarterback was easy just to ride just straight on their backs and just to get in there. So I thought that was very impressive far as their blocking schemes on the run, especially when it came to the quarterback run. Um, but again, I think Miami, some things that they need to fix is definitely their defense. It it looked good. But like you said, get to the fourth quarter, you just don't know. I think that's when you start seeing that it's built on paper legs, so to speak. It plays good, and then you get down to you where you really need them to hold, then they start messing up. So
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
know.
the Miami defense, extended plays, just mental lapse, which is gonna be cleaned up on the next game. I also think I don't really say the defensive part really collapsed. It's just that fourth quarter kinda scares you because not everybody's prepared. The first 3 quarters, they look great.
Yeah.
It's really they had 2 turnovers. They had an amazing interception that was acrobatic. They had a hard hit with number 5.
Yeah,
They
ends up kicking the ball up in the air. Yeah.
it's like that Miami magic that you always see throughout the years. And but what really I believe needs to come down better is the tenacity of being up in the game and not playing like you don't want to make a mistake. I
Right.
feel like there's that stigma of fourth quarter we've always messed up. So now you're playing so conservative. When you get the
Mm,
ball back, it's 21-7. You go down and you want to score. You're not just trying to be conservative, like, we'll run 2, 3 run plays back to back to back and just punt it. We're up, we're good, as long as we wasted some time. It's like, no, you got Malachi Tony out there, you got Daniels out there who's playing a great game. You got both your running backs who, get them make it a 2nd and 4, you know. They're gonna get you those 4 yards. They're playing hard. So don't just run conservative plays and put your old line in a position to where they're on the field, off the field, and now just like, well, that drive was a mistake because now right then and there, like I said, it took a minute and 14 seconds for Notre Dame to score.
yeah.
So I really think everything ultimately for Miami comes down to that fourth quarter.
Yeah. And a couple key game stats here. Total yards, Miami had 386, Notre Dame 354. They both had one turnover each. As far as third downs, Miami was 5 of 13. Notre Dame was 6 of 14. In the red zone, 2 for 3 for Miami, Notre Dame 2 for 4. Time of possession is kind of right there, around that 30 mark for each. Um, I think one area that I was very disappointed and learning about um, was the kicking game for Miami. As far as learning that, okay, they had a competition between two kickers, and the kicker that Miami had was like 4 of 10 on field goals coming into this. It's like you really didn't solidify your kicking game. And it sort of showed on that first, missed attempt. It was a bad snap, so that was just like, oh, I don't want to get down to the end of the game with to kick a field goal. Now, luckily, he ended up hitting the game winner with that 46-yarder, but I don't know moving forward, do you have the confidence in this kicker in order to be able to pull you out towards the end of the game? So I
Yeah.
wish Miami would have worked a little bit harder far as, yes, they got Carson back, they're paying him pretty good. I wish they would have been looking at solidifying a good kicker. So, is there any other thing that you like where do you see moving forward? Do you see Miami doing good in the ACC, or which team do you see doing better? You see Miami continuing like this winning streak and doing better, or do you see Notre Dame bouncing back and eventually making it into the playoffs?
Now, Miami right now doesn't have that too hard of a schedule, and they have a pretty good team. Their next games with against Bethune, South Florida, then Florida. So,
That could be a
and
tough
then
one,
as
Florida.
and then they have Florida State the next week. And if Florida State plays as well as they did against Alabama, but then again, after watching Alabama, they seem like a very mediocre team right now. Um, Miami can do well. They will do well. They will get down to the ACC, and I believe that they'll be number one, number two going into the conference championship. I do believe Miami's going to be in the conference championship this year. The only thing stopping them would be a Florida State. The only thing stopping them would be playing a Virginia Tech later in the year if Virginia Tech's healthy and Miami is on that teetering point of being in or being out. Now, Notre Dame, as what I saw last night, they're I don't know if they'll lose another game.
Mm,
I really don't know if they'll lose another game. As well as I saw them play, as well as I saw them come back, I mean, it really came down to one fluke interception, acrobatic, like it was just like, of course he broke the
yeah,
pass, but it was like, what in the world just happened? Um, besides that, it was getting scary for Miami. Notre
yeah,
Dame's tenacity, the way they're coming back, I really don't know if they lose another game. The next thing they got is against Texas A&M, and the next hard game is USC, and that's about all on their schedule unless they play Arkansas and find a problem with them. But I really don't see Notre Dame losing another one.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, that's what I kind of see. I see Notre Dame. I can see them making it back into the playoffs. Um, Miami, I mean, during the interview, Carson Beck at the end of the game, um, yeah, there's some things that needs to be cleaned up. I think number one, of course, we can always work on that defense, but I think the running game. I did not like the running game. I thought the handoffs was too slow. A lot of their running backs were getting hit in the backfield as soon as they got the ball. Um, like back in the day, they used to coach, like hit the hole. That's not the offense that you see. It's basically we hand the ball off and you sort of stutter step and try to find out which hole you're going to go to. By that time, that person's in there. I mean, and a lot of times we're not blocking the end. So the end is
Yeah,
just shooting right down the line, unblocked. So he's right there in the backfield. So I know far as predictions, like I said, one of the NSPN analysts predict that Miami's going to end up at number 3 this week. Far as Notre Dame, I think they're still going to be in that top 10, but I don't know if Miami moves all the way up there. I think it's sort of like fool's goal to throw them up there. Um, it's like it's a house of cards right now. Yeah, we got this one. We made it past, you know, um, the refs, I thought was getting ready to start turning this game around. I was really upset with that. But the very last play of the game, I mean, getting that sack, I thought for sure there was going to be one of these things where, oh, hold on, there's an extra second on the clock. So I was surprised that we were able to get out. So I felt like they got a good win. But like you said, Notre Dame came down within what was that, a minute or so and
yeah,
scored. Yeah. If Notre Dame had a little more time, quarterback wouldn't have got sacked. This could be a different story today. So I'm glad Miami got the win. That was a good win for them, but we'll see.
yeah.
So
We'll
any
see.
wrap up?
Definitely.
Any wrap up on this one?
I'll just come on and say Carson Beck definitely surprised me with his pocket presence. Definitely
Mm,
showed a lot of when I thought he would have been sacked or, a little scared in the pocket, navigated really well. I was really impressed with just the freshman Malik Tony. As I said during the game, I was like, he has that Zay Flowers, that Wes Welker type of persona about him that just seems
yeah,
really
yeah,
dependable. CJ Daniels, what he did just seems like a real spectacular highlight type player, wearing Xavier Exepro's number from last year. Mm, Honestly, the double running backs, it has a different type of, I wouldn't really say David Montgomery and Gibbs off the lines, but it definitely gives you that sort of dynamic where you kind of got a Tramar Brown who's just, man, it's hard to bring that kid down. Then you got
yeah,
Mark Fletcher, who he'll see a hole, make it decisive, and he's cool with getting 3 or 4 yards. He's cool with getting those little gains. I mean, he was averaging 4.4 yards a carry. That's pretty incredible off of 15 carries. So I just definitely just want to say, they definitely seem like they have a really elite offense that each person can do their job. Each person can definitely contribute to that. They just got to stay healthy on the O line.
yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, Miami won, but they didn't dominate. The defense improved a little bit, but like you said, in that fourth quarter, you saw remnants of last year. Luckily, that didn't hurt him. Carson Beck, he showed some steadiness. We definitely need to develop a better run game. The run game was good in the first half, and I think Notre Dame made the right choice. I know they had two quarterbacks they had to decide on. I think going with Carr was the right choice, but also I think they definitely need to get that run game. It's almost like they decided that who they're going to feed, and they want to go with the quarterback to make sure he's comfortable first. But I think with doing that, they sort of got away from you got this you got this great running back that's right here that's ready to go, and you sort of just kept him idle until it was like almost too late.
Yeah.
So I think that's something they definitely need to work on. But I think, like you said, with their schedule coming up, they're going to be fine. So that's my takeaway, and I think we knocked another one out the box here on the pull-up show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And what game we got going on tonight? North
We
North
got
Carolina?
no Yeah, North Carolina plays tonight, and I'm ready to see Bill Belichick to go through and really show us the NFL style offense, NFL style team. And they play TCU, and I heard TCU is supposed to be pretty good this year, so I'm excited.
Yeah, yeah. I'm excited too. I think for me, maybe it shouldn't be, but I think this whole controversy with the girlfriend kind of takes away that mystique from Bill Belichick. Um, it's almost like you got the great coach, but now you also got the social media presence of this coach who never really had that before, but now you got this. I mean, what they went ahead and marked the name Gold Digger. So it's like this is something Bill Belichick never would have done on his own.
Yeah,
So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. And does he stay for the whole year? I mean, so these are like questions that I have. Does he stay for the whole year? Or if there's a situation that comes up in the NFL, does he take that? So, but yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be very interesting. This is the only game coming on tonight, so all eyes on him, and I guess we'll be doing a show tomorrow on it. So
yes,
you
sir.
guys stay tuned.
All right, thank you guys for watching another episode of the Pull Up Show. We appreciate it, and this is Week 1 coverage of NCAA, and just thank you.
Pull up, baby.
Come on, pull up, pull up.
Cam, 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 Cam. I don't think we're gonna see that with this Miami team. It's like that
No,
swagger. That swagger is not there.
Nah, Carson Beck don't do that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right then, people. Peace.
Peace.
Pull up. Hey, this is the pull up show. We still got the key in the door.